just to show you how factless politicians are. The big issue now is the immigration issue in this republic. As you know, there are movements out. Some are against illegal immigration and wanting to deal with it effectively as community, and some are just against the whole general immigration, and some are obviously elements who just are against any foreigner who comes to the republic. So the issue has to be dissected. But as you know, politicians, they have all weighed in. We had Put South African First movement pointing out the flaws in our immigration policies and so forth. And then there's the Dudula movement, so there's Operation Dudula, and there's the other Dudula movement as well. And as a result, they've put in so much pressure where now your famous journalists or media pundits are screaming of xenophobia, xenophobia, xenophobia. Whenever these movements are out, it's no longer working. Okay. Now the merits of the issues are being discussed. So now the EFF was just backtracking on the issue, and then they got smacked upside down by the elections and got surprised seeing Action SA coming up well during the elections in Gauteng in particular. So the EFF started singing a different tune. They said, oh, okay, well, we're not against any foreigners coming and working in the Republic. We're against the companies that are hiring them. We're going to start with a mission of going to all these private companies, asking them questions, and finding out how many a mix of South African and foreigners are working. We want 60% South African, 40% foreigners. And mind you, this is the organization that stated that any foreigner could come to South Africa illegally, or to quote or paraphrase Mr. Julius Malema, find creative way of coming to South Africa. Now that they've found a creative way of coming to South Africa, in other words, illegally, you can imagine now some other folks are working at other companies. Now the very same person who said, hey, come through, now goes to management and say, hey, how many people have you hired here? Now they have to do the stats of it. Okay, so you can just see it's a political thing. And then ANC also jumped into this issue after a whole lot of criticism with that 27 million rands worth border fence, which it's like a chicken coop, basically. You can just probably just push it down and cross over to the Republic of South Africa. So now they're coming up with new immigration laws, and also the DA weighed in this issue. Now the DA says, hey, listen, let's have a sort of a blanket allowance of everyone who's in here. You go queue up at the Home Affairs and you get your amnesty. Okay, you become a South African. Now they're having a beef with Action SA. Action SA says, no. Illegal immigrants will just be illegal immigrants. They have to go. Or else DA says, hey, listen, no. These folks are going to be committing crime, and as a result, that'll be on you, South African government and the Home Affairs, the ANC, because you're not done your job. Look, now these folks are turning to be criminal. They waited for so long to be made legit in the Republic. But they're not being specific of what do you do with an illegal immigrant, and what do you do with a genuine individual who has come to South Africa seeking for asylum, okay? And what do you do with folks who are genuinely coming to South Africa in order to participate in what's in the so-called critical rare skills that other South Africans cannot be able to perform? What do you do with the hiring of folks from other foreign countries, or basically SADC, working the jobs which South Africans who don't have skills can be able to do that, and also as a result, making it difficult for the wage to increase economically in terms of the market economy, because of other folks get exploited who are not South Africans, and making the employers not to be able to adhere to the labor policies of this republic. So these are the issues that had to be discussed and ironed out with honesty. But no, these politicians are not being honest. These politicians are seeing and are doing their little inside internal polling and saying, oh, look at this, we don't care if a South African is genuinely worried about illegal immigration and wanting that to be solved, but just saying foreigners, or if a South African just saying, yeah, everybody must be out of here, it doesn't matter. They just want anybody who's having a sentiment against immigrants, whether illegal or illegal, fired up emotions, not coming up with solutions, and saying our internal poll says that we can get an extra 5 million voters who are South Africans, and if we get those 5 million voters, we can make it to the top. Okay? So that's the problem that we're having. But like it or not, there's going to be a way in which issues together with non-governmental organizations and that are against illegal immigrations, and those who are for your genuine immigration issues in terms of asylum, and also the courts and other political parties jostling, this will automatically get to a point where good laws are going to be crafted that is going to be benefit to the majority of law-abiding South Africans, having been started by the South Africans on the ground with this movement. So that's just my take. My name is Mamuji, and thanks for watching the Mamuji Show, and I'm out.